So the next technique, it's also in the kata, is upper level deflection. So you're assuming an attack coming straight at your head, like that, from above, maybe like a 30-degree angle or something like that. So what you want to do is, and you find this all over, you find this in Japanese kenjutsu, you find this in iaido, you find this in the French baton, you find this in the yoga do pau from Portugal. You just literally find it anywhere. You find it in historical European martial arts, such as the Lichtenhauer tradition of the 11th and 12th centuries. And it's just a basic technique that you need to know. It's a basic position of protection, right? And it's sometimes called nagashi uke in Japanese, and it's sometimes also called jodan uke, just jodan uke, and sometimes it's called tsukui uke, which means scooping, because you're scooping up, like you're using scooping up. That's why it's called tsukui, scooping deflection, right? And now I talked a lot, just so I guess some people you know it already. It's like this, right? So here's the line of attack. I'm moving out of the line of attack, and I'm deflecting the incoming attack, deflecting it like in physics, and so it's gonna go down this way, right? If you hold it this way, I don't have to explain it to you. The strike is going to deflect like this. It's going to cut your hand. This will be the end of your duel or whatever fight, whatever that is. And of course, people see that. So, of course, so you do it like this. Deflection, scooping, deflection. Nagashi uke. Nagashi means floating, like if you would consider it like a drop of water. It's going to drop down and it's going to ding 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 tingle down. That's what's meant by nagashi. Hey, from there you counter, and then the kata, you change direction so that it looks as if you're fighting another person, maybe a second or third person who is somewhere else. It can also be just the choreography of the kata. So there's no proof so far why this is the case. People come up with every sort of explanations, which are good, but there's no proof so far as to how the choreographies were actually made, with what intention it is, particularly, right? So, starting from the kata from the beginning, hey, sunakaka, right? This. And we talked about the horizontal cut with the blade, and here it is, right? Okay, and then turn to the front, and now from the front, this again is a horizontal strike, and now I change the hands again. And there are two kinds of grips. This is a normal grip, so there's one hand above, one hand from below, and there's gyakute, which means reverse hand, but in reality it's like both hands are on the same side. So terminology can be confusing, it's just something you have to know. So I'm changing it, and from here, so I'm using the rear end to block. And if I block, always, just as if I attack, I use a blade part to cut, right? When I use the other end and pull back the blade part to myself, I always use the flat end, so I'm not hurting myself. So same for here, or in this case, when I go back here, when I do a front strike with that end, I have to turn because otherwise I strike myself, I hurt myself. Okay, just so you know. So it's proper there and thrust. Okay, very simple. Attack comes in. Okay, doesn't need no explanation. Same with the other side. Right? Here, block, thrust. So of course I'm using the point of the uēku to thrust. So you got the blade, you got the flipping sand, you got sideways and everything, and you got blocks, counters, block, strike combinations, block, strike, thrust combinations, using every part of the bow. Front end, block and thrust, rear end, and so on. Alright?